financial
Yeah.
stress test. Chi Hui, what do you mean by that?
Basically, financial stress test, we just follow 4 major steps. Okay, like what if you go to a hospital to do a financial stress test, you have to take your blood and send to the labs. So similarly for financial stress test, there are 4 steps where they need to go through. We will not take your blood, but we will take some of your financial information. Okay, first is to understand your cash flow under normal situation. What is cash flow? Just now, Stanley have explained to us. Cash flow is your income minus your expenses. So most of us will have an employment income if you're employees. Some of us in business, you have business income, and some of us have investment property, you have rental income. Some of us have investment asset, then you have dividends. These are investment income. So under normal situation, how much is your total income? That's your inflow. Okay. Then how about your expenses? Every one of us have fixed expenses like home loan, car loan. You have your household expenses, tuition fee for your kids, transport, all this. So after looking at your cash flow by using the income minus the expenses, do you have positive cash flow or not? Under normal situation, not under this situation. Okay. If in normal situation, your cash flow is healthy. That's good. That is good. But at this time, what happened if your income dropped by 50% or your income becomes 0? Okay, but your expenses still running, right? Of course, you can do some reducing of your expenses after we going through the cash flow. Then, if after looking of your expenses and income, we will look at what you own, what you have, which is your asset. Okay, asset, you have your liquid asset like banks, notes, your current account, your saving account. These are liquid asset. Also, your investment asset, which is your unit trust, your stock, your properties, okay, and collectibles, and also your personal use asset, which is the house that you're staying, the car you are driving. Okay, and most of us will borrow to buy house, right? Most of us will borrow to buy car. This will come into your liabilities, what you owe, how much you owe your banks. So we will look at after minus off all your liabilities, how much you actually own. Okay, that's your net worth. Okay, so by looking at the cash flow just now, if under this situation you already short of inflow and you have deficit in your cash flow, means your liability, the expenses already more than your income. So what you need to do, we have to look at whether you have liquid asset or not. Okay, you have liquid asset to cover all the deficit in your cash flow, and what kind of asset that can be liquid first without loss in value. Most straightforward will be your saving, your current account, then your FD. Then if all your liquid asset gone, then what other asset can be liquidated? Of course, from the cash flow statement, your income and expenses, your asset and liability net worth, we will able to calculate some key financial ratio. For example, the key one will be the liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio will measure how long you can survive without inflow by just spending your liquid asset. Okay, how long you can survive on your liquid asset? Minimum last time was normal 3 to 6 months. Now 6 to 12 months, as long as possible. Okay, then after looking at this, we'll put scenario, different scenario. That's the stress. Okay, into your cash flow, into your net worth, asset and liability, and see whether you really can survive through this critical time or not. So whether you are a businessman, as mentioned just now by Stanley, you are a businessman or you are individual, you're employer or employees, every one of us should go through this stress test to understand your current financial health and also your financial health under stress. Okay, so we'll conduct this in a 4-step. This is you complete the financial stress test. We come up with a good report. Okay, a good report. We collect all your data. We have a proprietary system to collect our data to do analysis. Okay, and come up with a beautiful. Beautiful is not enough. You must be practical and must be informative, and we must able to help you how to interpret all the figures and how to it apply to you, your family or your business, and how, more important, how to improve it, how to improve the key financial data, how to improve the key financial ratio to especially it's very, very important at this moment, cash flow, liquid asset that really can help you to ride through this, I wouldn't say a perfect storm, it's a big storm coming. It already started for the past 1 or 2 months, then it will last for next 3, 6, or 12 months. So are you ready for that or not? So whether you are ready for that or not, you really have to look at a stress result. So do talk to us, to talk to, even your accountant can do it for you. If you can ask your accountant. If not, come to us as a professional. We do this for our client. We do this for everyone to come to us to understand their financial health. Thank you, Tang.
Thank you, Ji Hui. So I think it's very important to go through the 4 steps, especially at this point of time, and especially for employer as well, because to understand whether how long is their cash flow can last, based on they can actually talk to their accountant to find out this, because we do talk to accountant and they tell us like what Stanley mentioned, that maybe they can survive only 1 or 2 months, which actually, because the main cost of a company is actually employee, right? So if let's say the business collapse, means that it will affect the employee. So the employee, the individual, had to be also mindful that this might happen, and they need to put this scenario into their financial stress test to see when, if let's say this happen, what will happen to my entire cash flow. So to us, it's so important to understand your financial stress during this period of time. Not all are having stress, financial stress, because some business are doing well, like what Stanley mentioned just now. If let's say the business is doing well, for example, company they're doing masks, maybe doing well, right? Then it's different story. And this group of people, then they might want to actually invest, look into investment opportunity. We do have this part of service as well, that we help client to look into investment opportunity. So this is for those people are healthy, like what Stanley mentioned just now. So if let's say you think financial stress test is important, can you tell us by putting number one to tell us that you think financial stress test is quite important, it's very important during this time to actually what we do a financial stress test. We actually have classes, seminars, talk that educate people to do it themselves. We call it discovery of financial health or financial stress in this manner. So so if let's say you think that a financial stress test is important, please put 1 in the message box at your message there to tell us that yeah, this is so important to actually look into our financial stress test, all right, to see whether we are actually in the good position or in a bad position. And if let's say it's in the bad position, what should we do? So if you think that is important to do your financial stress test, please put 1. Please put 1. And in order to do that, the financial consultant have to be, first, I think, first of all, small 5C. First C is actually certified. They must be certified financial planner, because in Malaysia, in order to be licensed financial advisors, you must be either certified financial planner or a registered financial planner. And in Malaysia, those are have a certified financial planner, but licensed by the regulators is not many, less than 1,000 of them. So secondly is you must be competent, means that they must actually either they have go through learning as a certified financial planner. They must be also going through a lot of training, a lot of practical training to be competent, so that they can deal with their client in terms of financial stress test. Thirdly, they must be a caring person, so that they can actually listen to you and care about your situation. Fourth, there must be compliance, because we are highly regulated. So compliance is a very important aspect of our profession. So compliance. And fourth, only we talk about compensation. How we compensated is because of you are happy with what we do for you, what our consultant do for you. So we always want to actually align your interests with our planning. So this is actually the 5C of professional financial advisors who are able to serve you for life. They can become your trusted advisor for life. Okay, so so with this, I think Chi Hui have actually explained quite clearly about financial stress test. So Stanley, do you have anything to add on, or you have any question you want to ask the audience to feedback to you?
Because some of them, they will also ask us, well, for individual, yes, we can do the stress test, but how about the corporate? How are we going to do the corporate stress test? Is it the SOP quite similar to the individual? So as an accountant by profession, I can share with you the simple formula. Actually, you can DIY at home to check on your company stress test as well. The formula is very simple. It's using your cash and cash equivalent, okay, excluding your stock valuation. It means that you pick up the cash and cash equivalent from your balance sheet. Okay. Please not to include your stocks because stocks is considered is not considered as a cash and cash equivalent, and divided by your company fixed overheads. So it will come out number of months or number of years your company can survive. Okay. So from there, why we want to do a stress test for the organization is that because we need to make sure that you have enough funding to withstand the unexpected market disruptions, okay, by looking into your balance sheet. And from there, we can understand what is your business strategy, whether you need to revamp your business strategy to overcome this crisis period. Okay, so that is a very layman's formula. If you need to know more, you can DM us and we can help you to go through on that as well. Okay, but you can always check with your auditor or accountants on how to derive on that. So from there, the first very important thing is you need to find a lot of ways how to enhance your cash and cash equivalent during this crisis period in the company. And the second point is you need to find 1,001 ways, ladies and gentlemen, you need to find 1,001 ways to reduce your fixed overheads incurred in the company. I just want to do a survey here. If you are the business owner in town, right, your human capital cost is considered about how many percent of your total overheads? Okay, you can give me some feedback, but commonly in Malaysia it's about 30% to 50%. It depends on whether your industry is a labor-intensive industry. Okay, if you are in the IT industry or your business can be auto-run, right? Congratulations to you. Your human capital cost should be eventually very low. Okay, so that is my 2 cents of sharing. Back to you, Tang.
Okay, thank you.